Drove my husband for 10 years. Lao Zhou on the day of his retirement. Told me a secret.
Mrs. Li. Your husband's Bentley's trunk has a hidden compartment. You should check it.
The trunk? Hidden compartment. Honey, why is there a bulge here?
It's nothing. The spare tire is raised. Let's go. Don't keep Mom waiting. I have a business dinner tonight. I won't be back.
These business dinners. Lu Jingshan has at least 3 a week. I never used to think much about it. But trust once it cracks, the wind gets in. Lao Zhou isn't one to meddle. He drove for Lu Jingshan for 10 years. He never uttered a word out of turn. Today, he specifically turned back and said that.
Your husband's Bentley's trunk has a hidden compartment. You should check it.
It means whatever's in that compartment has been bothering him for a long time. So long that it made him feel guilty toward me. Documents. Lakeside won a 380 square meter villa. The owner is Fan Yao. 3 years. On the 15th of every month. A fixed transfer of 80,000. The payee is still Fan Yao.
Baby, waiting for you and the child.
So this is the secret in the hidden compartment. I've been a loyal wife for 10 years. He's been keeping a little sweetheart for 3 years. A villa. Monthly mortgage. A child. Not a single thing missed. Lin Wei, are you free right now?
Yeah, I'm free. Just finished a trial. Go ahead.
I need you to look up someone for me. Fan Yao, I need to know Lu Jingshan and her, over the past 3 years. All communication records.
Why are you still up?
Waiting for you.
If I come back late, you go to bed first.
This perfume scent, I used to think it was from meeting a female client that I picked up, but now I see he, without fail, every week, meets that big client. It's Fan Yao.
So the next question, President Liu, I heard that Lu's real estate has acquired another prime location. Its market value is about to exceed 8 billion.
This is just routine for Luz. I believe that under my leadership, Luz will soon become
8 billion. 10 years ago, when he started his business, I put up all my dowry, 3 million, as his startup capital. At that time, he said,
Wanqing, I know this is all your savings. Don't worry. In this life, I'll always be good to you. I'll never let you down.
In the early days of the startup, the company's charter, I stayed up late writing for him. The first big client, I used my connections to get for him. Every big document I proofread for him until 3 in the morning. Until I helped him take the company public. And then he said,
Wanqing, you're my wife. What's mine is yours. Shareholder stuff, whether your name is on it or not, what difference does it make?
Lu Jingshan, I wholeheartedly trusted you for 10 years. And this is how you repay me.
My mom's turning 60 next week. Get ready for it.
Okay.
Don't make it as shabby as last time. Find a better hotel. The menu, you handle it.
Got it.
Oh, by the way, I have a business trip for the next 3 days. Don't wait for me at night.
Sure. Bon voyage.
Wanqing. I found out. Fang Yao, 26 years old. Former employee in the administration department of Lu's Real Estate. Resigned 3 years ago. Currently lives in a villa in Lakeside 1. No steady job. Owns a Porsche Cayenne. A villa. Both purchased within the last 6 months. Source of funds. Lu Jingshin's personal account. Also, she's 8 months pregnant now.
8 months. I married Lu Jingshin. 10 years and no kids. The doctor said his sperm count is low, suggested IVF. He thought it was too much trouble, said to let nature take its course. So, he let nature take its course with someone else.
Wanqing, don't act rashly.
I'm not acting rashly. I want a divorce.
You? Are you going to confront Lu Jingshin?
No. Let's not tip him off first. I need you to do something for me.
Tell me.
I need you to look into the entire equity structure of the Lu Group, including nominee shareholding agreements, overseas corporate structures, and hidden accounts. I want to know just how much assets he's transferred.
Are you serious?
Of course. I've been his maid for 10 years. Now, I'm cashing in my wages. During the days waiting for the investigation results, I ran into Lu Jingshin, who was on a business trip. He was sweetly accompanying Fang Yao. But I don't care about any of that. All I care about is the result that will make Lu Jingshin regret for the rest of his life.
This husband of yours really knows his stuff. Lu's Real Estate. On the surface, he holds 61% through 2, but through 2 offshore companies in the Cayman Islands, he actually controls 78%. The legal representative is his cousin, and the person is his imperial brother, Lu Mingming Keha.
Kaihe offshore company. What else?
In the past 3 years, he used fake projects to funnel money into his personal hidden accounts. Transferred a full 100 million. Choo-choo transferred a full 1. This money is spread across 6 cards. 2 of them are under Fang Yao's name.
What about the properties?
Besides this villa you live in, he has 3 more properties under his name. All were mortgaged last year. Mortgaged. The money obtained is unaccounted for, also under Fang Yao's name. Besides that villa, there are also 2 shops worth over 30 million shops.
That is to say, in 10 years of marriage, he has secretly transferred at least 200 million in assets. And under my name I only have the right to live in this villa. The ownership isn't even mine. Really something, huh?
The best part is this. Last month, behind your back, he had a lawyer draft this divorce agreement.
The marital relationship has broken down. Husband. Marriage voluntary divorce. The wife shall leave with nothing. The husband shall compensate in a lump sum the wife $2 million. $2 million. The startup capital I gave him back then was $3 million.
Wanqing, he has already set the board, just waiting for the right time to kick you out and put Fang Yao in your place.
When is Fang Yao's due date?
The 15th of next month. What are you going to do?
Isn't he going to throw his mother a 60th birthday party? Then I'll give him a proper party.
What's the occasion? Why so lavish?
No occasion. Just missed you.
I gotta take this call. Honey, what's wrong? Wait for me.
Who was that?
A client.
Your mom's birthday banquet. I booked the Peninsula Hotel, a luxury feast. Are you satisfied with the arrangements?
It's fine. Once you've drafted the menu, send it to me to look over.
Okay.
Oh, I just got back from a business trip. There are still things at the office. I need to work overtime. Can't keep you company.
Go ahead. Go keep your precious one company. After all, after the banquet, Your good days are over. Years ago, when I married Lu Jingshin, I was 25. My friends all said I was selling myself short.
Su Wanqing, have you lost your mind? Your Su family isn't some top-tier tycoon, but in the national building materials industry, they are recognized. How could you marry Lu Jingshin? This guy?
Wanqing, marriage is about matching families. You won't inherit the family business, but you want to marry that poor guy? I don't agree. If you marry him, I'll disown you.
I even refused Grandpa his demand to inherit the estate, and fell out with him over it, just to unreservedly follow Lu Jingshin. All because of his one line.
Wanqing, I love you. I'll give you the world.
Now he does have the whole world. But in his world, there's no place for me.
Wanqing, the board of Su Building Materials has a seat for you. You can come back anytime. Grandpa is waiting for you. Hello.
Grandpa, it's me. Grandpa, I want to go home.
Okay. Grandpa will wait for you. Wait for you.
Him.
You're here. Lu's Real Estate 78% of the shares, 15% of which has been prepared for transfer. The transferee is Fang Yao.
When?
The agreement takes effect. The date is the 20th of next month. That is, 5 days after Fang Yao's due date.
He wants to wait until Fang Yao has the baby before making a move.
Exactly. By then he'll have the child and the share agreement transferred to Fang Yao. Then he'll take the divorce papers and give you $2 million to get rid of you.
His plan is really perfect.
Mom, Su Wanqing, there are only 3 days until my birthday banquet. How are the arrangements?
It's all arranged, Mom.
At that time, I have a few old friends. All arranged at the main table. Also, Jingshin said he has a very important friend to bring. Arrange him at the main table too.
What friend?
Just arrange it as I said. Why do you have to ask so many questions?
An important friend, huh?
Are you sure you want to confront him that day?
I'm sure.
Okay, then I'll bring all the documents that day.
Remember to have it ready, that divorce agreement.
Don't worry. I've said it before. You marrying Lu Jingshin is the biggest waste in the world.
Now the waste is over.
Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for Chairman Su.
And you are?
I'm his granddaughter.
Hey, Secretary Wong. There's a lady at the front desk. She says she's Chairman Su's granddaughter.
Chairman, please take your time. Wanqing,
Grandpa,
leaving Grandpa alone at the company for 10 years. You finally came back. Come. Grandpa will show you to your office. See what Grandpa prepared for you. Your office. How is it? You've lost weight.
Grandpa, I'm sorry. Back then, I shouldn't have, for so-called love, fought with you.
In life, who doesn't act willfully a few times? As long as you're happy, Grandpa is happy for you. If you're not doing well, Grandpa has your back.
Don't cry, don't cry.
It breaks Grandpa's heart. Come, take a look. The office Grandpa prepared for you. What do you think?
Grandpa, I'd like to start as Deputy General Manager.
You'll be a director. You can handle it. Grandpa believes in you.
Chairman, the documents you requested.
Good. You can go now. Inside here are the shares your parents left you, 34% of Sue's shares. Plus mine, 41%. Sue's will be yours from now on. Learn the ropes quickly, so your grandpa can enjoy his retirement.
Grandpa, there's something else I need your help with.
What is it? Just say it. Grandpa will help you.
Don't announce my return yet.
Why?
Because I still have a tough battle to fight.
Is it that Lou guy? That bastard? All these years, even though you weren't at Sue's, his business has been quietly supported by Sue's.
Grandpa, it's not worth getting angry over someone like him.
Do you want Grandpa to help you?
No. This battle, I'll fight on my own.
Good. My granddaughter's battle cannot be lost.
Why are you dressed like that today?
Mom's birthday banquet. As the daughter-in-law, of course I need to dress up nicely.
Let's go. Don't be late.
Go.
Okay. I'll pick you up right away. I'll take you to the hotel. You go ahead and set up the birthday banquet. I need to pick someone up.
The one your mom mentioned, a very important friend. What's her name?
Fang Yao. Don't overthink it. She's just a business partner's sister. She's set me up a few times. My mom really likes her.
No wonder you're a man who can keep secrets for 3 years. You don't even blink when you lie. Well, in that case, I'll make sure to give her a warm welcome.
I booked a suite on the 18th floor. All the materials are there. Okay, one more thing. I found out that Lu Jingshan, that equity transfer agreement must be signed before 3 p.m. today. So after the birthday banquet, he'll take Fang Yao to the law firm.
That urgent.
Fang Yao's due date moved up. The doctor says she might give birth this week. So she wants to get the equity sorted before the baby arrives.
I'm afraid he'll never have a chance in this lifetime.
Check it out.
Look at this birthday banquet, Mrs. Liu. You've made it quite grand.
Being able to hold the birthday banquet at the Peninsula Hotel, that's really something.
It was all arranged by my son personally. I heard it cost hundreds of thousands. Oh, you actually dressed up today.
It's your birthday today. It's only fitting.
Oh, Wanqing. You look really beautiful today. What brand is that dress?
Valentino.
Such a big brand. It must be expensive.
It's all spending my Jingshan's money. She doesn't earn anything, just wastes money. She's not ambitious. Can't even have a child. I don't know why my son was so determined back then to marry her.
Oh, sister-in-law, you're dressed so nicely today. Someone who doesn't know might think it's your birthday today.
You flatter me, sister-in-law.
No, I was just saying.
Auntie, happy birthday.
Oh, Looming is here. Come in, sit down.
He officially holds 61% of the shares, but through 2 offshore companies in the Cayman Islands, he actually controls 78%. The legal representative is his cousin, Looming.
Smile, wait until everyone's here. Then we'll settle the score.
Su Wanqing. What kind of wife are you? Where's Jingshan? Why isn't he here yet?
He went to pick up a friend. He'll be right here.
What friend? He had to go get them himself.
Fang Yao.
Oh, it's Yao Yao. Of course, of course. Well, no rush. Let's wait a bit longer. Come on, everyone, make yourselves at home.
Honey, we're in for a show later.
Keep your mouth shut.
Whether I say it or not, it's the same.
Yao Yao is here. Yao Yao, you're pregnant, so take it easy. You have to take it slow.
Auntie, happy birthday. This is a bracelet I specially picked out. I hope you like it.
I love it, I love it. The baby you're carrying is for me, this old woman, the best birthday gift.
Mom, What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? I want a grandson. What? She can't have children. And can't stand others having them. Yao Yao, today, just stay by Auntie's side. Take it slow. Auntie will help you. Slowly.
Who's this woman?
Look at her belly. And look at old Mrs. Liu's attitude. Isn't it obvious?
No way. This is going to be interesting.
Everything's ready. We can start anytime.
No rush. Let the bullet fly a bit longer.
Dear friends and family, thank you all so much for coming to celebrate my mother's 60th birthday banquet. Over the years, I, Lu Jingshen, have achieved what I have today. First of all, I want to thank my mother. She worked tirelessly to raise me and taught me how to be a good person. Next, I want to thank my family. It's your support that has brought me where I am today.
Yao Yao, come on. Let's cut the cake with Auntie.
Look at this setup. The Liu family is going to promote the little sweetheart today.
This wife is way too pathetic. How can she take it?
A mother's status rises with her son. Who told her she can't have kids?
That slap in the face, I even feel it for her. If it were me, I'd have flipped the table by now.
Keep your mouth shut.
What a clever scheme. First, they let Fan Yao appear at the birthday banquet, acknowledge her status. Then after the child is born, finish the equity transfer, and then use a divorce agreement to get rid of me.
Sister-in-law. Don't take it too hard today. Brother is
Lu Ming.
Sister-in-law, go ahead.
I heard you helped Lu Jingshen illegally hold 17% of the shares through 2 offshore companies. What do you think will happen if the tax bureau finds out?
Sister-in-law. I don't know you.
K Haven Holdings and Lu Jing International, I have both registration numbers. Still interested in hearing more?
Sister-in-law.
Just sit tight and watch the show. I'll deal with you later. Just watch the show for now. I'll deal with you later.
Su Wanqing, what are you doing here? Get back inside now. Stop being a nuisance. Go on, hurry up.
You go back first. It's Mom's birthday today, don't upset her. I'll explain when we get home.
Go home? Which home? Our home? Or the home you share with Fan Yao?
You.
Fan Yao, congratulations. From now on, you don't have to sneak around anymore. You can openly stay by Lu Jingshen's side.
Jingshen. She is.
Oh, you don't know me yet. Let me introduce myself. I am Lu Jingshen's wife. Oh no. Soon to be his ex-wife.
Sister Su.
Don't call me sister, I don't want to hear it.
Wanqing, stop making a scene. Miss Fang is a guest.
A guest? At this point, you're still treating me like a fool. Fan Yao, former employee of Lu Group, lives at Lakeside 1, Building 4, Unit 3, drives a white Porsche Cayenne, license plate starts with 888. Do you want me to go on?
You investigated me?
If you don't want anyone to know, don't do it. What's wrong? Nervous?
You Su Wanqing. Today's my birthday party. What the hell are you doing? Get out of here.
10 years. I've never been more clear-headed in my life, Mrs. Lu. The old scores, let's settle them today.
Finally snapped, huh?
She keeps bragging every single day.
Right.
We're in for a show today. If you ask me, getting pregnant before marriage and showing up boldly at the birthday party, that's pretty shameless.
All of you shut up. Yao Yao, it's okay. I'm here for you. No one's gonna bully you. You are the daughter-in-law of the Lu family, our greatest benefactor. Su Wanqing. You can't have kids yourself, so what's wrong with my son finding someone who can? What's wrong with that? If you're capable, have one yourself. Let me see.
Mom, a lot of things aren't ready. It's not time to burn bridges yet. Wanqing, I was just angry and talking nonsense. Miss Fang and we're really just friends. Go home first. When you get back, I'll explain everything.
Exactly. Stop slandering my son. My son is not that kind of person.
Slander.
May you have boundless happiness and longevity.
Ultrasound, late intrauterine pregnancy, about 8 plus or minus 1 weeks, amniotic fluid normal. This is Fang Yao's prenatal checkup from 3 months ago. In the father column, it clearly says Lu Jingshan. Is this slander too?
Her boyfriend wasn't home. No one was there to sign for the prenatal checkup. I just signed on her behalf, that's all. Do you have to make such a big deal out of it?
On her behalf. This is a photo of Lu Jingshan and Fang Yao together. The writing on the back says baby, waiting for you and the child. You wrote that yourself, didn't you? Was this photo also taken by you on behalf of her boyfriend? This writing.
The Lu family has gone too far.
And now they're still making excuses. This is
like shitting on someone's head.
This is Lakeside 1. A 3,800 square foot villa, and these shops. These are the bank statements from the last 3 years. On the 15th of every month, he, Lu Jingshan, regularly transferred to Fang Yao 80,000 yuan. Did you pay this on behalf of her boyfriend too?
Gave her so many things.
without money. Why would that young girl bear him a son?
Su Jieji, you can't force feelings. Jingshan told me that you two haven't had feelings for each other for a long time. Besides, I'm already pregnant with his child. That's an unchangeable fact. If you keep making a scene, it won't do anyone any good.
Shut up.
Even now, do you think she'll let you off easy?
Shut up. Wanqing, this matter is complicated. Let's call it a day. I'll explain everything when we get home.
Wait for your explanation. Yes, wait until you've transferred all the shares. And then present me with a divorce agreement that leaves me with nothing to sign. Then come explain to me. Haven't you always despised me for being unable to bear a child? Then congratulations today. That Fang Yao is 8 months pregnant. Wait another month, and you'll have a grandson to hold.
So what if I am? You've been married into the Lu family for 10 years. You can't even give birth to a son. You're just a hen that can't lay eggs. My son is capable. What's wrong with finding someone who can bear children?
I can't have kids, but it's not my fault. It's his, Lu Jingshan's, problem.
Su Wanqing, shut up.
What? Getting anxious? Your mom used to go around saying that I can't have kids. Why didn't you tell her to shut up back then?
Low sperm count, low motility.
Everyone, take a look. This is from 8 years ago. The doctor said Lu Jingshan his sperm weren't active enough. He needed to recuperate. He told me to wait. To let nature take its course. And I waited 8 years. Now he's fully recovered, and in a blink, he had a child with someone else. But now I'm glad I never had his child. Because Lu Jingshan doesn't deserve to be a father.
Su Wanqing, that's enough.
It's not enough. You, Lu Jingshan, have owed me for 10 years. You betrayed me. You should pay the price for your betrayal.
Su Wanqing, no matter what, you and Jingshan were married. After all, can't you talk about this in private? Why do you have to be so aggressive here?
Shut up. We've got our own mess to deal with. We can't help them anymore. Today, Su Wanqing is determined to fight to the death. All our dirty secrets. She knows everything.
Su Wanqing, are you trying to ruin me? Is that what you want?
You brought this on yourself. It has nothing to do with me.
Su Wanqing, you troublemaker. I knew it, you're just an ill-mannered brat.
Stop making a scene here. Your son is so well-mannered. He kept a mistress for 3 years. Embezzled 200 million. And wanted me to sign a divorce agreement with 2 million and leave with nothing. Just kick me out. All these things. Don't you know about them? You just think it's the right thing to do. Your son is successful now, so he should find a younger one who can bear children. That's your idea of good upbringing?
Su Wanqing, how dare you talk to me like that? In your eyes, am I still your mother?
No.
Su Wanqing, what do you want exactly?
This is my lawyer, who wrote this divorce agreement for me. My demands are simple. The marital assets should be divided according to the law. The 200 million that was transferred during the marriage must be fully recovered. The shares of the Lu Group should be recalculated based on contribution ratio.
I disagree. All of this is mine. It belongs to my son. No one can touch it.
Su Wanqing, stop dreaming. I built the Lu group with my own hands. What does it have to do with you?
Built it with your own hands. Lu Jingshan, have you forgotten? The 3 million startup capital. Who gave it to you? The company's initial articles of association. Who wrote them for you? The project proposal. And who proofread it with you? Even the first major client of the company. Who made the introduction? Without me, you wouldn't even have your first pot of gold.
President Lu, your startup capital was really given by Miss Su?
So President Lu made his fortune through his wife.
This is a classic case of, once you succeed, you dump the one who helped you. Really heartless.
If you don't agree, then we'll see each other in court.
Su Wanqing. I can make decisions on behalf of Jingshan. I'll let him give you a bit more. Enough for the rest of your life, to live without worry. You'd better know when to quit.
What if I don't?
You.
Yao Yao, what's wrong with you? Are you okay?
I think I'm about to give birth. The baby can't be in danger.
What are you waiting for? Call an ambulance already. If anything happens to my son, I'll hold you responsible.
What does that have to do with me? But it seems today's accounts I won't be able to settle. As for the rest, we'll settle them another day, slowly. Sorry, everyone, for disturbing your meal. Please carry on. Today's your 60th birthday. So I wish you good health, long life, and many descendants. But they're all ungrateful wretches. Wait. Let's go.
You. Are you trying to kill me with anger?
Lu Jingshan, don't rush. Our show has just begun.
Well done. You were on fire today, cold-hearted and sharp-tongued. The old Su Wanqing is back. No, even better than before.
It's not being cold-hearted. It's a 10-year pipe dream. I've just woken up from.
True. By the way, tomorrow morning, we go to court to file for divorce. Lu Jingshan's side will definitely send a mediator.
If they want to mediate, then it depends on how sincere he is.
Okay, my treat today, celebrating your rebirth.
Sister-in-law, wait, sister-in-law.
If you have something to say it to the judge.
No. Sister-in-law, just now, the 2 Cayman companies you mentioned, Lu Ming is just a figurehead, he doesn't know anything.
Yes, sister-in-law. I really don't know anything. It was all my brother's orders.
Whether you know or not, that's for the tax bureau to decide.
Sister-in-law, I'm begging you. Please don't drag Lu Ming into this, okay?
Jolin, after all these years, this is the first time you've called me sister-in-law. Without sarcasm.
Sister-in-law, I was wrong before. I beg you, please spare Lu Ming.
Sister-in-law, I shouldn't have done those things behind your back for Lu Jingshan. Sister-in-law, please forgive me just this once. Give me another chance.
I am no longer your sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law, I'm begging you.
Fine. I can agree not to expose this.
Thank you, sister-in-law.
But I have one condition. But I have a condition.
Go ahead, sis.
First, don't call me sis. It grosses me out. Second, you should have all the documents for Lu Jingshan's offshore company, including the passwords. I need all the copies and all the passwords.
Well.
What do you mean, well? Sis. Su is giving you a chance. What are you hesitating for? Don't tell me you actually want to be buried alive with Lu Jingshan.
Fine. Su, I'll send you all the passwords right now. The copies, I'll bring them over later. Honey, are we really gonna rat out my cousin?
Lu Jingshan's company, how did it even get started? If others don't know, you sure do. He could give up his wife of 10 years, just like that. What are we? Nothing. Cheers. We have a deal.
You have to come back to Su Corp and help me.
You're my sugar mama. I gotta stick with you.
From now on, the position of legal director is yours.
No need. Deputy Director is fine. Wanqing, in just a few hours, the video from the Liu family banquet has already gone viral. This time, Liu Jingshin's face is completely lost. Tell me, did you set this up too?
Did I need to? With all those gossip lovers, especially those old ladies, they were my mouthpieces.
Wanqing, that Feng Yao is no pushover. She's way too calm, standing there all meek like a lamb. But she's not one to stay put.
That's good. Otherwise, it'd be too boring.
Where's my son?
The child is fine. Mom's watching.
Didn't you say she wouldn't find out anything? Now she knows everything. What do we do?
Su Wanqing, that awful person. Spread the news about the birthday banquet. She's trying to ruin me.
I don't care what happens to her, but the money in the company must all go to my son.
Don't worry, I have it under control. Mr. Liu, what are you doing here? You get some rest. I'll step out.
Mr. Liu, your wife has already filed the divorce petition with the court.
She actually dared. Does she think I'm afraid of her?
The evidence this time is very unfavorable for you. Adultery, asset transfer, and tax issues. The facts are solid. Moreover, I hear they have some other evidence.
So what now?
I suggest you settle. If it blows up, it'll be bad for you.
Grandpa.
Awake? Mrs. Wang, bring the honey water I prepared for Xiaoqing to help her sober up.
Was it Wei Wei who brought me back last night? I drank too much. My head hurts. I blacked out. I don't remember anything.
It's good to let it out once in a while, better than bottling it up.
Miss, drink up. The old master had me prepare it in advance. It's just the right temperature.
Thank you, Mrs. Wang.
Miss, take my advice. Don't drink so much from now on. You have no idea. When you came back last night, you knelt before the old master and kowtowed endlessly. Then you hugged him and cried your heart out. You almost fainted from crying.
Wanma, you said that yesterday. It was true.
Since I was little, I've never seen you cry like that. You also said, I'm sorry, Grandpa. From now on, I'll take good care of Grandpa. You insisted on Grandpa putting you to sleep.
Wanma, don't say anymore. Don't say anymore. If you say anymore, she wishes she could crawl into a crack in the ground.
All right, I'll stop. I'll go get breakfast. Today's breakfast is all the young ladies' favorites.
So embarrassing.
Being affectionate with your own grandfather, what's so embarrassing about that? Hurry, go wash up. After you're done, join Grandpa for breakfast. Oh. Eat a bit more. Look how thin you've become.
Grandpa, I plan to go to the company with you today.
Not rest a few more days?
No. I want to get familiar with things as soon as possible, so Grandpa won't be so tired.
Good. My granddaughter. She knows to care about her grandpa now. Eat a bit more.
What is it?
Wanqing, let's talk.
Okay. I'm going back anyway, to get my things. Grandpa.
It's nothing. Go ahead. I'll wait for you at the company.
Okay. Such a pity. There's no do-over in this world. But fortunately, I don't dwell on things. So it's not needed anymore.
Su Wanqing, what are you doing?
Your heart has turned black, and your eyes are blind. Well, look closely.
Su Wanqing. How come I never noticed before that you're so heartless?
I'm not heartless. If I weren't, wouldn't you guys have chewed me up and spit me out? Didn't you say you wanted to talk? Out with it then. What do you want to talk about?
How much do you want?
How much what?
You've made such a scene. Isn't it all for money? Come on, how much will it take for you to drop the lawsuit? 10 million.
Not enough.
20 million. Is that good enough? Su Wanqing, don't push it. How much more do you want? Aren't you afraid of choking?
I've always had a good appetite. Even better now, actually.
30 million. That's my final offer. Su Wanqing. You know, you're a housewife. No job, no income. How can you even afford a lawsuit? Can you pay the lawyer fees?
Did you forget what my best friend does?
What big talk? You think that little lawyer can back you up? You know, the Liu family has a senior legal team. What can a small lawyer like her do against my legal team? She's just a small-time lawyer. What can she do against my legal team? Your team?
Liu Jingshan, the head of your legal team, Sun Peicheng, handled 3 cases last year, and he lost every single one to my best friend, Lin Wei. If you don't believe me, go ask him yourself.
You.
Mr. Liu. This time, your wife has solid evidence for her lawsuit, especially that friend of hers, Lin Wei. Don't underestimate her.
What do you really want?
I just want what the law says I'm entitled to, and not a penny less.
The law? Give you? You have nothing in your name. No shares in the company, no house under your name. What do you think you can get, Su Wanqing? I'm negotiating with you now as a courtesy. Don't bite the hand that offers it.
I don't want your courtesy. But as for what the law owes me, that's none of your concern.
You.
Is this all you wanted to say? Then I'm done, I'm leaving.
Su Wanqing, you've been with me for 10 years. There must be some bond between us, right? Making a scene like this, what good does it do you?
Bond? Liu Jingshan, you took my 3 million as startup capital, used my connections, poached my clients, wore the suits I picked out to pitch your projects. Back when you were nothing, not even a fart, I was there with you from scratch. And now you talk about bond. Your bond? It's in the villa at Lakeside 1. Your bond? It's in the monthly $80,000 transfers. Your bond is in Fan Yao's 8-month pregnant belly. The bond you left me is just a $2 million clean break settlement agreement.
No. That agreement, I clearly haven't
even seen it yet. Right. You were waiting for Fan Yao to have the baby, transfer the shares, and then come clean with me. Too bad. Your good driver spilled the beans first.
It was old Zhou. He ratted me out.
You should be grateful. He kept your secret for so many years, and only told me after he retired.
Still, he shouldn't have betrayed me.
Betray? How much do you pay him a month? A salary of $5,000 a month, and to make sure he drives you well, I gave him an extra $20,000 every month. On holidays, I gave him red envelopes. I paid for his daughter's schooling, and his wife's hospital bills. But you just call me a spendthrift.
Su Wanqing, you really are scheming. So, from way back then, you started buying off the people around me.
Fine, then consider it my buying off. But you, Liu Jingshan, you can't even win people over as well as I can. You. Anger just proves your incompetence. I was really blind back then.
Su Wanqing, 30 million. 30 million plus this villa, is that enough? Su Wanqing, you will regret this.
The one who'll regret it. I won't be me.
A helpless, unconnected housewife. How dare she?
Sister-in-law. Miss Sue, you're here.
Hand it over.
Miss Sue. This is all from Liu Ming's computer about those 2 offshore companies, all the files, passwords, account statements, transfer records, signed agreements, scanned originals, it's all here.
All right. You can go now.
Miss Sue, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have treated you like that before.
You're just as opportunistic as anyone. Your apology means nothing to me. Enough. I have stuff at the office. I'm leaving. Grandpa? What's all this?
Everyone, take a good look. This is my own granddaughter, the future leader of the Su family business, Su Wanqing.
Welcome home, miss.
Grandpa, you.
From now on, all of this is yours. You deserve this. Come, Grandpa will take you to complete your onboarding. Let's go.
Okay.
President Su, this is our company. Here are the major clients we've worked with over the years. Please take a look.
Supplies for other clients are proceeding normally. But Lu's Real Estate, their payment period has been delayed since last year, the longest by 4 months. This doesn't meet our Su's credit standards.
But Lu's has always been a regular client, and President Lu keeps saying
that what Lu Jingshan says doesn't matter. I now demand we act according to the contract. For accounts over 60 days past due, suspend supply. Any questions?
Chairman, look.
Do everything exactly as my granddaughter says. Her words are my words.
Lu Group, internal issues, I know them better than you. And to be blunt, Lu Jingshan betrayed me, wasted 10 years of my life. This is my revenge on him. Everything I've done is within the rules. Any other objections?
We fully support the young lady.
Fully support her.
A new broom sweeps clean. The first strike hits Lu's. How satisfying.
I won't start trouble, but I won't back down from it either. This is what Lu Jingshan owes me.
Then let me add a second fire, to help Miss Su vent this anger once and for all.
The materials Lu Ming provided are all sorted out.
Lu Jingshan's actual total assets are not the public 8 billion, but his personal, actually disposable assets are about 1.2 billion. Of which at least 300 million were transferred through offshore companies. Among them, over 200 million is under Fang Yao's name. The rest is in Lu's real estate account.
Based on all the evidence we have, if the court rules, how much can I get?
According to marriage law, marital property is split 50-50 because he's the at-fault party, cheated, and transferred assets first, so the court will award you more. Conservative estimate, at least 400 to 500 million.
What if we recover all the transferred assets?
If we add the recovered part, you could get at least 600 million.
600 million. I originally gave him startup capital of 3 million. Now this return rate is not bad, huh? But this is far from enough.
What are you going to do?
Lu's Real Estate.
You want his company?
Not want. It's take it back.
Wanqing, getting several hundred million in compensation is already good. His company...
I contributed half of it. Without me networking for him, he wouldn't be where he is today. Wei, I want to leave him with nothing. Send him back to 10 years ago. This is the price he should pay.
Look how cute it is.
It's been 3 days already. Why hasn't Su Wanqing replied yet?
She's dead set on taking this to court.
That woman. You offered her such generous terms, and she still isn't satisfied. Isn't she afraid of choking on it? Here, let me hold the baby.
Let her calm down a bit, and I'll talk to her again.
Jingshan. I don't care about anything else. The 30 million you mentioned is my bottom line. Not a penny more.
This?
So what if we go to court? She's all alone with no one to rely on. Are you telling me your company's legal team is afraid of her?
A lawyer, Lin Wei, is not to be underestimated. Legal gave an assessment. Now's not the time for a head-on collision.
Then you and your legal team are a bunch of incompetents.
Yao, you weren't like this before.
I've always been like this. I want to climb the social ladder. I don't want to be a beast of burden anymore. I don't want to live worrying about money every day. So I had to make some changes to make you happy.
So, your gentleness before was all an act? Now that you've had my child, you don't have to pretend anymore, right?
I said I love you. I wasn't lying to you. But I also love your money and status. I don't think those conflict.
You.
Do you regret it?
I just might. I just might not be used to it yet.
Even if you regret it, it's fine. Even if we don't get a marriage certificate, you can't just abandon the child. From now on, your assets all belong to my son. That's what the law says. You can't get out of it.
I don't care. I must have this grandson. He's the bloodline of our Liu family.
Oh, right. I secretly investigated. Your oligospermia hasn't improved. The chance of getting pregnant again is almost zero.
Are you blocking every path I have completely? Fang Yao, you really have opened my eyes.
If you regret it, we can also skip getting the marriage certificate. The child you'll never see again.
No way. This is my grandson. Son, don't be foolish. Yao Yao just wants some security. Just give it to her.
Fine. After you're discharged from the hospital, we'll go get the marriage certificate. Now you can rest assured.
Transfer 40% of the company's shares to my name. Then I'll get the marriage certificate with you. I won't interfere with any company matters. You'll still have the final say in the company. But I must have the shares. This is security for me and my son.
What's mine is my son's, isn't it?
How is that the same? You have a history of cheating and divorce. When the child grows up, you could divorce me and fight for custody. I have no income. I can't win the lawsuit. Then wouldn't I end up with nothing left?
Did you plan this all along?
You could abandon Su Wanqing for me. One day you could abandon me for another woman. I'm not as dumb as her, or as lovesick. I want long-term security. And that's equity. A mother's status rises with her son. Besides, my son will be your only descendant in this life. Think it over.
You're cutting off all my escape routes. Do I have a choice? Fang Yao, oh Fang Yao. I really underestimated you.
Jing Shen, this was all your own choice. There's no taking it back. In the future, I'll take good care of your mother. And the child. You can be assured of that.
Good. I understand. You rest well now. I have a meeting at the company.
Within 3 days, I want to see the share transfer agreement. Otherwise, I won't feel at ease.
I understand.
Mr. Liu. Mr. Liu.
Can't you just let me have some peace?
Su Building Materials sent us a notice letter.
What notice?
They say our company has repeatedly violated the payment terms in the contract. From today, they are suspending all our ongoing projects building material supply until the outstanding balance is paid.
What did you say? Material supply has been cut off?
Mr. Liu, think of something, quick. Of the 3 projects we're building, the biggest one, Tianhu Apartments, has already pre-sold 70%. If the building materials are cut off, it means the schedule will be delayed, and we won't be able to deliver in 2 months. We'll have to pay penalties. At least, conservatively estimated at 80 million yuan. That's not even counting the impact on the other 2 projects.
We've been cooperating with Su Group just fine all along. Even if there were payment delays, they always prioritized supplying us with materials. Now, why did they suddenly cut off our supplies?
I asked around. They said...
What did they say?
They said they used to support our Liu Group out of respect for Mr. Su. Now Mr. Su has instructed to act according to the contract. So...
Mr. Su? I remember that Su Group only has old Master Su as the chairman. Other executives, there's no one else named Su.
Well, it's your wife, Su Wanqing.
What? It's her?
Jingshen, this is Manager Li from Su Building Materials. He can supply us continuously from now on.
I remember now. I got in touch with Su Group. It was indeed through her introduction. But she only made the introduction, that's all. Over these 10 years, the relationship building has been maintained by me. She's just a housewife. How could she have so much influence?
Mr. Liu.
Su Wanqing, what the hell did you do?
Nothing much. Your payments were indeed overdue. I just told Su Group to cut off your materials.
This is retaliation. Let me tell you, you won't get away with this.
Then we'll see.
What exactly is your relationship with Su Group? Why did the connections I've maintained for 10 years just get cut off at your word?
Because my surname is Su.
Su.
The Su of Su Group. Chairman of Su Group. Su Jianbang Su.
You are old Master Su's granddaughter who ran away from home for a man?
Congratulations. You got it right. You are the man. You've been married to me for 10 years. And you didn't even know that. That's ridiculous.
Su Wanqing. Such an important thing. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Back then, to be with you, I even fell out with my grandpa. But I never thought I'd end up in a situation where I almost got kicked out by you. Thinking about it, it's really absurd.
Su Wanqing, if you'd told me earlier, today wouldn't have happened. This is all your fault.
Embarrassed and angry, regret it. Too bad it's too late.
Regret? I don't regret it. I don't believe without you, the Lu family would collapse. I'll make you see with your own eyes without the Su family. Without you, I can still thrive even better.
Guess if he's so angry right now that he's trashed his office.
All these years, he never suspected your family background?
At the time, I was afraid he'd feel pressured, so I told him we just had a small family business.
Small business? With annual revenue of $93 billion, that's a small business?
Anyway, let's drop it. You handle the lawsuit. I trust you. I have a meeting with other building material bosses. I'm leaving now.
Are you trying to finish him off, leaving him no way out?
He deserves it. I invited you all here today. I'm not going to beat around the bush. About me and Lu Jingshan, I'm sure you've all heard something by now.
Lu Jingshan, I thought this kid was an up-and-comer in the business world, but it turns out he's blind too.
President Su invited us here today to get us to cut off all of Lu's supply sources.
No, President Wu, you misunderstand. We're all businessmen. What we care about is profit. I would never let personal matters cause everyone to suffer a loss, but I have a suggestion. Regarding cooperation with Lu Corporation, I suggest payment before delivery.
Payment before delivery?
Lu Corporation has already owed our Su Corporation 4 months credit. Our Su Corporation is already pursuing that. And the internal situation at Lu Corporation I know better than any of you.
I see.
Come, you're all veterans in the building materials industry. Let me toast you all.
President Su is still as sharp as ever, and now President Su is young and accomplished. I toast you, President Su.
To President Su, hope we can cooperate more in the future.
Cheers.
What do you mean payment before delivery? Our cash flow is already really tight. If it's payment before delivery, Lu Corporation simply can't hold up. You should know that very well.
President Lu, I told you, but those suppliers are all adamant. They just won't give me any room to negotiate. Even though I've already raised the price by 10%, it's still no go.
Why did this suddenly happen?
I heard that Miss Su a few days ago had dinner with a few big shots from the Jiangcheng building materials industry.
Su Wanqing, it's you again. You're really trying to drive me into a corner.
President Lu, maybe you should talk to Miss Su after all. After all, you two were married.
Get out. Get out of here right now.
How is it? What did CEO Lu say?
He's got a bee in his bonnet. He won't apologize to Su Wanqing. If you ask me, if this keeps up, we'd better start looking for other jobs.
Yeah. What company would risk offending Su's group just to protect Lu's? Is he stupid? He was married to her for 10 years. And he never knew that she's the heiress of the Su group.
You can say that again. If you ask me, he's blind to the treasure right in front of him. He doesn't deserve it.
I heard. Back then, Miss Su went against her whole family. For him. She offended the entire Su group. And even ran away from home. And what does he do? Once he made it, he dumped her. He even took on a mistress. And hid assets. Can he even handle that?
This is like a real life Chen Shimei, isn't it?
You can say that again. If you ask me. This is karma. If he had been loyal to Miss Su. From start to finish. Not only would the Lu group be thriving, who knows? Even the entire Su group would be his, Lu Jingshan's.
I mean, a guy like that can be a CEO?
Unbelievable.
Even if I die, I won't bow down to Su Wanqing. Lao Lu.
Lu Jingshan has the nerve to come see me.
Lao Liu, we've known each other for 10 years. You can't do this to me.
10 years of friendship? Bullshit. You and our Miss Sue had 10 years of marriage. And what happened? You threw it away like garbage. And now you come to me about friendship? Are you worthy?
Lao Liu, feelings are feelings. And business is business. Don't mix them up. That woman Sue Wanqing has lost her mind. She's attacking Sue's interests out of spite. This will only hurt both sides.
Hurt both sides? You think you're worthy? Even if our Sue group takes a hit, we can afford it. As for you, and your company, just wait to die. You.
Fine, Lao Liu. Then what do you want? For your Sue group to let me go?
You got shit for brains? You're asking me? Get out.
Hey.
Lu Jingshan, you haven't come to the hospital to see our child in 2 days. We're getting discharged today. Come pick us up.
Okay, I got it.
Lao Lu, since he still has illusions, then help me set up a meeting with President Wang from Jiangcheng Bank.
Miss, you need to think carefully. If Lu Jingshan's company goes under, the impact will be huge.
It's fine. I'll take over the Lu Corporation entirely. I believe President Wang will be more than happy to.
Okay, I understand.
Son, I saw in the news that Sue Wanqing is the daughter of the Sue Group and the sole heir. Is that true?
It's true.
What, regretting for your son now? Such a golden opportunity, and you let it slip away. It's okay, you can get her back, to be your good daughter-in-law. I'll take my son and leave. Make room for you.
Yao Yao, don't overthink it. I was just asking. Just asking.
All right. Let's go home first.
Yeah, let's head home. I want to hold my grandson.
Depth of field. 3 days are up. Where's the share transfer agreement?
The company's about to collapse. And you still want the shares?
What do you mean?
You all only know Sue Wanqing. She returned to the Sue family. Did you never think she'd retaliate? 40% of Lu's building materials come from the Sue family. Now Sue Wanqing is pressing for payment.
Jiangcheng isn't just the Sue family. She's one supplier.
With her stirring things up, all the building material suppliers demand cash on delivery. All the company's funds are tied up in the project. If we can't weather this storm, the company will go under. And you still want the shares? Want to climb the social ladder? Dream on.
That's serious?
What did you think? While I was at the hospital, the bank called demanding payment. They want 30 million back, or they'll freeze our assets. And the day after tomorrow, the divorce trial starts. If we lose, at least 30% of the assets will go to her.
So, what do we do? Son, maybe you should go beg her. After all, you were once husband and wife. Besides, she used to listen to you so much. She loved you so much.
Beg her, that would just be asking for humiliation. When a woman turns ruthless, she's worse than a man, especially a hurt woman. Don't hold on to false hope.
Then, what do we do? Well,
didn't she say everything you have is thanks to her? Then go to her. Tell her you want a real fight with her. If you lose, you'll accept it willingly. Admit everything you have is from her, and let her take it all. If she loses, she leaves with nothing.
You're asking me to challenge her?
Yeah, challenge them.
Don't be ridiculous. Sue's building materials ranks top 3 nationally. Lu's can't even compare.
You're too involved to see clearly. The challenge is just a delaying tactic. If she lets go now, the Tianhu apartments can be completed smoothly.
Exactly. As long as the Tianhu apartments are finished smoothly, the other 2 projects, I can turn them around. From then on, even if I take them one project at a time, no longer biting off more than I can chew, I can gradually break free from Sue's building materials influence.
Yeah. Focus on one project at a time, steadily. Sue's can't have everything their way.
Fang Yao, I've really underestimated you all along.
I know that deep down, you already regret messing with me. And you're very dissatisfied with me, but I don't care. I don't care if in the future, you have many women outside.
A mother's status rises with her son. Moreover, he will be my only son. Right?
Yes. So from now on, even if you start another family outside and never come back to me, I don't mind.
So, you're the most heartless one.
Feelings? Can you live on feelings, or can you spend them like money? Or can they guarantee me a worry-free life for the rest of my days? Honey, you're not this naive. You know how to make postpartum meals, right?
If
you can't, then learn. A mother-in-law taking care of her daughter-in-law during postpartum is only natural. Make it and bring it to the bedroom. I'm taking the baby back to the bedroom first.
Fang Yao, you.
Forget it. For my grandson, I'll do it.
Mom, when have you ever been in the kitchen? Back when Wanqing was around.
Why bring up the past? Now the grandson is what matters.
Why is he here?
Who knows? Probably can't hold on anymore. Came to beg for mercy?
You had a goddess at home but didn't cherish her. Raised a little darling, now you're paying for it.
I want to see Su Wanqing.
Do you have an appointment?
No, but tell her. I'm not leaving until I see her.
Hello, Su. Lu Jingshan wants to see you. He says if you don't see him, he won't leave. Okay, I understand. Follow me. Su, Lu. We're here.
You can go out first. Have a seat.
You are really not the same as before.
If you have something to say, just say it. I'm busy.
Wanqing. I know. I did a lot of things wrong in the past, but we've been together for so many years. Do you really have to drive me to the edge?
Your payment period is overdue. I'm just following the contract.
It's a cash flow issue. Which real estate company nowadays doesn't delay payments? It's industry practice, you must know that.
I know. I could give other companies a chance. But not you. If I gave you a chance, then for the rest of my life, I'd feel really uncomfortable.
What do you want from me?
It's simple. I want to knock you back 10 years. Make you lose everything. Lu Jingshan, have you ever thought? If I were just an ordinary woman, and you had billions in assets, have you thought about what would happen to me? You would kick me out. And then I'd be bitter and resentful, watching you live the good life. But I'm not.
Su Wanqing, you think with one supply contract, you can control me?
If I can't control you, why are you coming to me?
You think the only reason I'm where I am today is because of your 3 million startup money and your Su Corporation. But now, I'm telling you very clearly, that's not the case. Where I am today is completely due to my own abilities and talent.
Your abilities and talent?
Do you dare to compete with me? Remove all restrictions on me. Let's have a real, no-holds-barred competition. See if I lose to you. If I lose, we'll get a divorce immediately. Everything I have goes to you. But if you lose, we'll part on good terms, still the 30 million, plus that villa. That's more than generous.
Why would I compete with you?
You're scared. You're afraid of everyone finding out you're incompetent. You're afraid of everyone knowing that you're using Su Corporation to throw your weight around.
You're using reverse psychology.
I'm just giving you one chance to prove yourself. So, do you dare or not?
It's not about daring. It's unnecessary. The winner takes all. I'm not giving you that chance. And whether I have ability or not, why should I prove it to you? Do you deserve it? You had an affair. You betrayed 10 years of my love. Now I'm going to take you down. Your Tianhu mansion can last a month at most. You can't afford to drag this out, and all of Lu Corporation's shareholders will not let you off. Lu Jingshan, I will take over Lu Corporation entirely. I won't give you any chance to turn things around. Lu Jingshan, I'll take over the Lu Corporation completely. I won't give you any chance to turn things around.
Su Wanqing, you heartless, ungrateful little sweetheart.
Right? If I weren't a little ruthless, how could I ever beat someone like you, a villain who's been pretending for 10 years? You. If you have nothing else, then just leave now. My time is very valuable now.
Wanqing, is it really going to be like this?
Bye, I won't see you out. How stupid am I to give you the chance to bounce back?
Mom.
Mom. Your son is home. Mom, why are you doing this? Didn't you?
It's nothing. It's just mopping the floor. I have nothing better to do. Just think of it as exercise. That's fine.
Fang Yao, how dare you let my mum do this? She used to do all the housework, and you'd even fight to do it.
I'm recovering from childbirth. I can't overexert myself. Someone has to do the housework. If you feel sorry for her, then hire a nanny for her. Don't yell at me.
Right. I insisted on doing it. I'm free anyway, so why not? Look.
Mom, you.
How's Su Wanqing doing?
She's not buying it at all.
This Su Wanqing is indeed not simple. These years, she was with you, content to be a housewife. What a waste, really.
What's the use of saying this now? The bank is demanding payment, and the supply chain is cut off. The court hearing is coming up. What do we do now?
I've got an idea.
What's the plan?
Go in front of everyone, and kneel to apologize to Su Wanqing. The richer people are, the more they care about face. Go guilt trip her. I don't believe she can remain indifferent.
No, absolutely not. Are you crazy? You want my mum to kneel and apologize?
Just kneeling can bring back the Lu Corporation from the dead. Is that so hard?
You. Fine. I'll go.
Mom. You're ruthless.
Don't act all noble here. If you didn't want your mom to go, you would have stopped her already.
Wanqing.
Your wicked mother-in-law is here.
Lu Jingshan just left, and now you're here. You guys are taking turns, huh? But my decision won't change.
No. Wanqing, don't misunderstand. I'm not here to beg you.
Then what are you here for?
Fang Yao suggested that I come and kneel to you publicly, guilt trip you, and force you to give Jingshan another chance. But I don't want to do that. I came today just to say one thing to you. I'm sorry.
What exactly are you trying to do?
I said it. I feel much better now. Wanqing, all these years, you've been taking care of our family. Jingshan and I, we are heartless. We've let you down. Fang Yao used to look so sweet and innocent. But who would have thought that when she turns cruel, her heart is darker than anyone's? I guess I deserve it.
So she got the short end from the new wife. No wonder in such a short time her attitude did a complete 180.
Wanqing, I sincerely apologize to you. It's all my own fault. You, a pampered rich girl who never had to lift a finger. You were willing to humble yourself, to take care of me and Jingshan. But Jingshan and I are the ones without the blessing. If you can't forgive, I understand. I won't force you. I was wrong. I deserve to be punished. Today I came just to see you one last time. Wanqing, take good care of yourself. I'm leaving.
She softened.
Compared to Lu Jingshan, her attitude is still a bit better. But I won't stop.
Mom, you're back.
How did it go? Worthless. Kneeling didn't work. Can't you cry or make a scene? Back when you rode on her neck, the nerve you had to shit on her.
Fang Yao. When Su Wanqing was around, she didn't dare lift a finger against my mom.
Don't bring her up in front of me. Don't forget. You were the one who schemed to drive her away. But you fell short at the last step. That's why you're stuck between a rock and a hard place now.
That's because you seduced me.
Don't pin this on me. If you weren't interested, could I have climbed into your bed? Could I? If you hadn't loosened your belt, could I have gotten pregnant with your son? Lu Jingshan, don't think you're so innocent. You were unfaithful to love, so don't blame others for scheming against you.
You.
Go ahead, hit me. If you dare walk out on me today, I'll take our son and disappear. You'll never see him again. Don't believe me? Just try me.
Son. Forget it, forget it. Mom's fine.
Mom.
Alright. You two stop fighting. I'm going to check on my grandson.
Lu Jingshan, stop playing the dutiful son. You're the most hypocritical one.
Fang Yao, how did you become like this?
I've always been like this. Enough. This is not the time for infighting. Since we can't talk her out of it, let's go to court. Anyway, recently, we've quietly transferred some of the assets. At worst, the assets under your name. You'll split half with her.
You're taking it lightly.
What else? Dragging this out won't benefit anyone. She gets it off her chest. We lose some money to avoid trouble. And we go our separate ways.
Now it seems that's the only way. But later, the 200 million in your secret account, I need to borrow for cash flow.
No. That's my survival fund. No one touches it. Don't you have 3 ongoing projects? Sell 2 of them. Go all out to save the Tianhu apartment project. That should work. This way, the Su family won't have us by the throat.
Plaintiff Su Wanqing versus defendant Lu Jingshan. Divorce dispute case is now in session. The plaintiff please state the claims.
Your Honor, my client, Miss Su Wanqing's claims are as follows. First, attorney, the defendant committed adultery and has an illegitimate child. Request the court to grant divorce. Second, request the legal division of all joint marital property.
The defendant, in light of the plaintiff's request, any objections?
Your Honor. My client, Mr. Lu Jingshan, and the plaintiff, Miss Su Wanqing's marriage has indeed been a dead marriage for years. Therefore, my client is willing to dissolve this marriage. At the same time, to show respect for this marriage, my client is willing to compensate the plaintiff 30 million RMB. The villa previously lived in by my client and the plaintiff also belongs to the plaintiff.
The plaintiff, any objections?
Your Honor, the defendant, the so-called reasonable compensation is not reasonable. My client, Miss Su Wanqing, during the marriage, to lose real estate's creation and development, made irreplaceable important contributions, including but not limited to providing 3 million yuan as startup capital to the entrusted agent, assisting in drafting the company's articles and bid documents, using personal connections to secure the first major client for the company. This is the bank transfer record from that year. 3 million yuan from Su Wanqing's personal account transferred to Lu Jingshan's personal account. The time is March 17th, 10 years ago. This is Lu's Real Estate's first project proposal, with the print date marked on it, 2:43 a.m. The login account came from Su Wanqing's personal laptop. This is Lu's Real Estate's first major client, Haizhou Construction Group, business correspondence, referrer, Su Wanqing. Based on the above, my client requests the division of all property, including but not limited to shares.
Your Honor. These materials only represent that during my client's entrepreneurial period, the plaintiff provided whatever assistance she could. This is between spouses a normal act of mutual help.
I'm not done yet. This is Mr. Lu Jingshan. Through 2 Cayman Islands, K-Haven Holdings, Lu Jing International transferred personal asset records.
This matter. How does she know?
Over the past 3 years, transferred a total of $320 million in assets, of which $210 million transferred to a third-party personal female account under the name of Miss Fang Yao.
Mr. Liu, is this true? Did you really transfer the assets? This is very unfavorable for you. Why didn't you tell me earlier?
Furthermore, Mr. Lu Jingshen and Miss Feng Yao maintained a 3-year illicit relationship. Miss Feng Yao this month gave birth to a baby boy for the defendant.
Does the defense have any objections to this?
Your Honor, these documents, I need to verify their authenticity. So much evidence, our side needs to examine each one.
All materials are legally sourced. The transfer records are issued by the bank with an official stamp. Offshore company documents provided by the registered jurisdiction's compliance authority, bearing an official stamp. Additionally, the paternity test was conducted by a top-tier hospital. It is legally valid.
This is just your side of the story, Your Honor. Our side still requests to verify its authenticity.
If the defense wants to verify, that's fine, but we also apply for asset preservation. Request the court to freeze Mr. Lu Jingshen's and Miss Feng Yao's accounts and related assets to prevent the defendant from further transferring marital property.
No. If assets are frozen, my company will be finished. No way. If you freeze my assets, my company will be ruined.
Objection overruled.
Sun Pei Cheng, quick, think of something.
What do you expect me to think of now?
Appoint an agent. Order. Given the evidence provided by the plaintiff, preliminary shows that there has indeed been a transfer of assets, and the amount transferred is substantial. There is a further risk of asset transfer. The motion for asset preservation is granted.
Su Wanqing. How much do you want? Name your price.
I told you. I want to send you back a decade.
You're pushing me like this. If the Lu Group collapses, you won't get any money either. It will only end in mutual destruction.
Even if I don't get a penny, I still want to have my revenge. Besides, whether the Lu Group collapses or not, that's for me, Su Wanqing, to decide.
$50 million. 50 million plus that villa. Is that enough?
Not enough.
$100 million. Su Wanqing, 100 million. Is that enough now?
You spent over 200 million on Fang Yao. And you think you can get rid of me with just 100 million? Even now, you still want to bully me. Besides, do I even need that 100 million? What I want is everything you have.
Su Wanqing, you're really crazy, you evil woman. Su Wanqing, you need to know that on the list of shareholders of the Lu Group your name is not there at all. Even if the court rules, at most you'll get half of the marital property. The company is mine, and no one is taking it from me.
Well, we'll see about that.
Mr. Liu, I know you're not satisfied, and you want to fight for your pride, but we can't afford to lose, and we can't afford to drag it out. Just give up. The second hearing will take at least half a month. They can totally drag it out for a month or two, even longer. By then, if the Lu Group is gone, what's the point of all this?
Lu Jingshen is right. The company shares aren't in your name. Taking over the company will be very difficult. Even if the court awards you a portion, you still won't have control of the company, and you definitely can't kick him out.
Actually, it's not that complicated. Hey, Uncle Cow. About the partnership we discussed last time, we can talk details now.
Wanqing, I've been waiting for your call for 3 days.
Then let's find a place for tea.
Okay. I'll prepare the best tea leaves for you.
This Uncle Cao is
the founder of Tianping Capital, Cao Jianguo, my dad's childhood friend. 2 years ago, when Lu Jingshen was raising funds, he took 12% of the shares.
12%. Plus, Lu Ming holds 17% on his behalf. That makes 29%.
Under Lu Jingshen's name, 61% of the shares. He has to give me at least half of it.
Then the percentage of shares you hold exceeds 50%.
So, the outcome of this battle was destined from the start. He just doesn't know it yet.
Brilliant. How did she find out about the 200 million? Didn't you say it was very discreet? Didn't you say it was foolproof?
But she already knows now.
I told you. That 200 million is my lifeline, even if you end up with nothing. I still need that money to live on for the rest of my life. No one touches that money.
Tell that to the judge. Go.
What do we do now?
What else can we do? What she wants. Give it all to her. I just want to save Lu's now. Even if we give her half the shares. Lu Ming on his side still holds some shares on my behalf. Together, I'm still the major shareholder. The company remains mine. I refuse to believe that Su Wanqing, as the second largest shareholder, would just watch Lu's go bankrupt.
Fine. You can give her the shares. But my money. You're not touching a cent.
Besides the shares, I need to give her money too. I don't have enough.
That's not my problem. I told you. That 200 million is my foundation. It's mine.
Say that again.
I'll say it again. So what? You.
After everything, you still want to walk away clean? None of your business.
Jingshan, what are you doing? Let go. Let go. Let go of me. Can't you talk things out nicely? This.
Mom, stay out of it. Transfer the money to me right now. I'll go make peace with her. Then the company can still be saved. You can still be a rich wife. Otherwise, when the court executes, you'll still end up with nothing.
Aye.
If the company is gone, I don't want to live anymore. If you don't transfer the money today, we all die together.
Let go. I'll do it.
Transfer the money to me now.
Done.
You asked for it. The assets under my name I can split half with you. Also, the 61% of the shares in my hands can also be split with you. If there are no objections, then sign this property division agreement.
Why so straightforward this time?
Lu's real estate can't afford to stall. Are you satisfied with that answer?
But I'm not done playing yet.
Su Wanqing, don't go too far. I've made the biggest concession already.
President Lu, even when asking for help, you're so tough. Ha!
You.
President Su, even if the court rules, the result would be no different. If Lu's goes bankrupt, then all of this, what meaning would it have for you? Isn't that right?
The contract is fine.
All right then.
Now, can you lift the blockade on Lu Group?
First go to the Civil Affairs Bureau to get a divorce. After the divorce, I'll lift it. After all, I am now the major shareholder of your Lu Group. I don't do losing deals.
Fine.
Just letting him off like that?
How could that be? I told you. I want to make him lose everything.
Su Wanqing. I haven't seen you in a long time laughing this happily.
I got divorced. Of course I'm happy. I'm free. I'm finally free.
Don't you miss it at all? Our past.
When I think about my past, I just feel I was incredibly stupid. My 10 years of youth. My 10 years of true love, I wasted them on a dog. Since I'm now a shareholder of Lu Group, then notify everyone to hold a shareholders meeting tomorrow. I have something important to announce.
Everyone, let me introduce this person who is our Lu Group's second largest shareholder, Su Wanqing, holding 30% of shares. Please welcome.
Thank you for the welcome. As a major shareholder of Lu Group, I happen to have a good proposal. I propose to remove Lu Jingshan as chairman and expel him from the board.
Su Wanqing, you're crazy.
Let's vote.
Su Wanqing, even though we have the same number of shares, I've been running Lu's company for so many years. You just got here, and you want to remove me? Isn't that a bit too wishful thinking? Lu Ming, what do you mean? You're my cousin. The shares you hold are all held on my behalf, and you betrayed me.
Bro. The company was originally built on my sister-in-law. No. It was Su Wanqing who got it off the ground. Hand it to Su Wanqing. The company will do better.
Indeed.
Mr. CEO. Su Wanqing, what exactly did she promise you?
Mr. Lu, back when your company was raising funds, the reason I bought your shares was because of Wanqing's good name. If it weren't for Wanqing, do you think I would have taken an interest in your company and invested in you? Of course, business is business. The company's interests come first. Your personal affairs have seriously affected the company's stock price and reputation. As a shareholder, I must be responsible for my investment. And accountable.
Motion carried. From today, Lu's Real Estate will be officially renamed Su's Real Estate.
You're trying to take over my company. You're trying to take over my Lu Corporation.
Wrong. From now on, there is no Lu's Real Estate in Jiangcheng. I'll have professional agents restructure the assets.
You want to dilute my shares too?
Any objection? Noted.
All right. Su Wanqing. You're ruthless. You win. Lu Corporation is yours from now on.
Chairman Su. The shares I hold on your behalf.
That's 17% you have. 2% will be your personal shares. Another 5%. Please transfer to Lao Zhou. The rest is mine.
Thank you, President Su.
Meeting adjourned. Keeping it would just take up space.
Honey, you're back. Now that you're divorced, we can finally get married.
Before having a child, she pretended to be that innocent.
What's wrong, honey? Honey, shouldn't we give our child a complete family?
For the child, we can get married, but my shares won't be transferred to you. All my assets will be premarital property.
No, you have to give me half of the shares. You promised me.
How dare you say that? It's all because of you. I got fired by the board. Now Lu Corporation belongs to her, Su Wanqing.
What did you say?
I said, I got fired by the board. Now, Lu Real Estate has officially been renamed Su Real Estate.
How could this happen?
It's all because of you. Now Lu Corporation is gone. My shares will be diluted by at least more than half.
You can't control your own lust. And you blame me, a woman? I don't care. You promised me, even if you only have 10% of the shares, you still have to give me 5%. Otherwise, I'll take my son and leave. Let the Lu family die out.
You dare?
Watch me.
Why are you two fighting again? Aren't you afraid of waking the child? Honestly.
Get away. Don't touch my child.
Mom? Mom, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Fang Yao, you dare to push my mom?
I'm asking you. Are you giving me the shares or not? Give me back my child. Mom.
Take the child and go first. Mom. Take the kid and go first.
Okay.
Give me back my son.
Fang Yao, you love scheming, don't you? You'll never see the kid again. I won't be threatened by you anymore.
Come back. You two, come back here. Give me back the child. Lu Jingshan, if you dare take the child away today, I'll jump off here.
Yao. Don't be rash. Calm down, quick. We can talk this out.
Lu Jingshan, give me back the child, and give me the shares. You promised me this before.
Jump if you want. My son is never going to you. Just give up hope.
Son, you.
Mum. She's just trying to scare us. A woman as calculating as her would never jump. Let's go.
Lu Jingshan, stop right there.
Yao. What are you waiting for? Call an ambulance.
Grandpa. This is the integration plan for Sue's and Lou's real estate. Take a look.
These you can handle them yourself.
Grandpa,
Your parents passed away early. I'm getting old too. You're the only bloodline of our Sue family. These responsibilities are yours to bear.
Grandpa, I won't let you down.
I believe under your leadership, Sue's will keep getting better.
Doctor, how is it going?
The patient's spine is severely damaged. Though his life was saved, he may end up permanently disabled.
How could this happen? A perfectly good family, how did it suddenly turn into this? Karma. This is all karma.
Karma. This is all karma. Don't worry. For the rest of my life, I'll always be good to you. Wanqing, I love you. I'll give you the world. All these years, what have I done? I was so wrong.
Honey, you're back.
Can't go back. Never can go back.
She fell off the roof. How is she?
Her spine is injured. The doctor says she might be paralyzed for life. There's basically no chance of recovery. If you ask me, it's her karma. She's a homewrecker. She deserves it.
Enough. Get out.
Yes, Mr. Sue. Bro. Hey.
Why aren't you at the hospital with your sweet wife? What are you doing here?
Wanqing, I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I'm begging you for one thing, and I hope you'll say yes.
Go ahead. But I might not agree.
Take all the shares I have, just take them.
How much?
3 million.
Man, are you crazy? 30% of the shares would set you up for life. You'd never have to worry. How can you sell it for only 3 million? Feng Yao is still lying in the hospital. And the kid needs you to provide for them.
3 million?
That's what I gave you as startup capital. Also 3 million. Are you trying to atone? Or are you trying to use that 3 million to make a comeback? To prove that everything you've achieved you earned on your own?
Man, don't act rashly.
Fine. 3 million. I'll take it.
The baby. Give me the baby.
Yao Yao, you can't move yet. Wait until you're better, okay?
I want him now. Give me back my son. That's my child. What right does your Lu family have to take my child? You're all a bunch of liars. Lu Jingshan. You liar.
What's the fuss? You can't even move. Take the child. Can you take care of him?
Then give me the shares. You promised to give me 30% of the shares. Now look at me. It's all your fault.
The shares? Gone.
What did you say?
I sold them.
Sold.
Guess how much I got?
I'm not guessing. I don't care how much. Give me the money.
3 million.
3 million. 30% of Lu Corp's shares. You only sold them for 3 million? Jingshan, have you lost your mind? What will happen to me and our son?
Didn't you go to great lengths to marry me, to become Mrs. Lu? After you're discharged, we'll get married. I'll make you the rightful Mrs. Lu for life.
No. I don't want to.
Now that it's come to this, Right or wrong no longer matters. Don't worry. Even if you're paralyzed, I won't abandon you. I'll take good care of you for life. The rest of your life. Let's just torment each other.
I don't want to marry you. Get out. Stay away from me. Even if I die, I don't want you to take care of me.
Son.
Mom. 10 years ago, Su Wanqing gave me 3 million in startup funds. Now, the company shares I sold to her for 3 million. This is what I owe her. I've already issued a statement and announcement. It's useless to try to persuade me now.
Maybe it's for the best. Consider it settled.
Su Wanqing again. Why? Why are you all doing this to me? Tell her to give the money back. Give it back to me.
Go ahead and make a scene. You can't move anyway. Had enough? Tired of it? Then you'll calm down.
Under my restructuring, Lu's real estate got back on track. Tianhu Apartments delivered on schedule. A new project, Xinghe Base, sold out on its opening day. Sales hit 1 billion. The integration of Su's building materials and Lu's real estate is complete. The two companies now form a complete supply chain. The total market value exceeded 15 billion.
Where is Su Wanqing? Tell her to get the hell out here and see me.
Feng Yao, if you keep causing trouble, don't blame me for kicking you out of here.
Yeah, after what you did, you still have the nerve to come to Chairman Su. Shameless.
I lost my shares and my money. What's face to me now? That's Su Wanqing. Tell her to come out and face me.
What's going on?
You, give me back my money and shares. They're mine, my son's. 3 million. You took 3 million from me. 30% of Lu Jingshen's shares. You're really ruthless. If you don't give it back today, I'll make this public.
Fine, I'll help you. You guys. Find her the best influencer. Set up a live stream for her. Boost the traffic.
You're not leaving.
Oh, and you, step on her brakes. Let her say her piece online.
You. That Su Wanqing relies on her money and power, 3 million, and took away my 30% of Lu Corporation's shares. She is simply not human. She is a devil that eats people alive.
That's too much. 30% of Lu Corporation shares is just 3 million. What a heartless capitalist. You don't know yet, do you? She is the one who interfered in someone else's marriage. Su Wanqing back then gave Lu Jingshan 3 million to start his business. A while ago, she was almost driven by this person and Lu Jingshan out of her home with nothing.
Inside info, Chairman Su didn't take them. Lu Jingshan sold them himself and had it notarized, issued a statement. This Feng Yao is just not willing to accept it.
You're lying. It was all Su Wanqing's doing. She forced me.
What a shameless person. Being a villain and still so righteous.
Shut up. I gave birth to a son for the Lu family. That money and those shares should have been mine. What right does he, Lu Jingshan, have to sell my equity? I think he is colluding with that Su Wanqing together to cheat me.
Haven't you made enough trouble?
Lu Jingshan, is it that Su Wanqing who told you to come and get rid of me? I'm telling you. No way. Even if I die today, I will get those shares back.
Since you don't want to leave, then don't leave. How long are you going to make a scene here? I'll stay here with you as long as it takes. You can rest assured. I won't bother you. Go ahead.
Later, Lu Jingshan took Fan Yao and left Jiangqing. I heard that when Fan Yao left, she cursed Lu Jingshan, cursed Lu's mother, and cursed me. Years later, Lu Ming told me that Lu Jingshan and Fan Yao had been constantly torturing each other painfully. In their 30s, they looked like people in their 60s. But none of that matters to me anymore. Grandpa is getting older. Every day I make time to be with him, so he can enjoy family happiness.
Wanqing, while you're still young, you should hurry and find a suitable partner.
Grandpa wants me to, while I'm young, find a suitable person again. Grandpa, I didn't agree. Today, Aunt Wang's cooking was so delicious that Grandpa never brought it up again.
Next, let's welcome Chairman Su Wanqing to give a speech to everyone. Chairman Su, you currently have 3 listed companies on the Forbes China Women Business Leaders list, ranking 5th. May I ask, what is the secret to your success?
Choosing the right path. Staying away from the wrong people. The past is not revisited.
Chairman Su, looking back on your many years of business career, who are you most grateful to?
A retired old driver.
Driver?
On the day he retired, he told me a secret. That secret changed my life. From then on, it helped me get out of the mud, cleaned myself up, and now I can stand here.
Chairman Su, what is your next plan?
The Su Group next 5-year goal is a market value of $100 billion. Some people pass through your life to make you grow. Some pain, after you get through it, becomes your toughest armor. At the next intersection, may everyone become a more brilliant version of themselves.